hepatitis B, HIV, and so many other diseases. So I'm not gonna risk anybody's life on my hands just because of few price and little money. I'm not gonna do that.
Zohaib, what kind of reaction do you get from people? Pakistan has so many types of people. They are religious, they are conservative, they are open-minded. You get every segment of society here.
Exactly.
What kind of reaction do you get from people when you tell
them?
Well,
I mostly get a lot of criticism, but when I tell them, as you have given a very good introduction, that this ink goes into the dermis layer. That's the second layer, and your upper layer comes and healed up, and so yeah, they're not aware of it. Whenever they come, they give me the criticism and stuff. Once I tell them the exact science behind tattoos, so they're okay with that. But again, I can't change anybody's beliefs. So, but after listening to me, they're a bit convinced, but I have to face a lot of criticism.
Of course, I can imagine, because anything new would take time.
Exactly.
For acceptance, for people to accept it as well. And if I may add here, not in the in the correct terminology, not in the correct sense of the word tattoos, but I have seen a lot of Pakistani older women, maybe from my grandmother's generation and all. They used to have these blue signs and all.
Exactly.
So I've seen, I mean, that was also a tattoo, even if you call it whatever you want to.
Exactly.
So it's the same thing.
Even in small areas and small tribes and areas in villages, you have seen the usually melas and kind of things. There are people sitting with needles and stuff. Most of the people, they have their name written. Most of the people. So that's again tattoo.
Yeah.
So this is an improvised modern technique.
Interesting. So you recently opened up your outlet in Lahore here.
In Lahore, Defence Y Block.
What's the response? I would imagine you to be thronged with people, because there is no place here in Pakistan where you can get it done.
Well, up till now I'm getting a very good response, and I will officially open my outlet after 1 week or 2. But right now I'm working and doing few tattoos over there. So yeah, I'm getting a very good response, and I'm really happy that people are getting educated, they are having knowledge, and they don't have issues at all.
That's a very novel idea, and we keep on thinking about new business ideas, and I'm sure it's going to rock. Tell us about the kind of designs. I'm sure the guys would want different kind of designs, and the girls would. By the way, what's the ratio? More guys than girls want to get tattoos?
Well, in my profession, 70% I can say they're female and 30% are male.
No way, I would have thought the opposite.
Yeah, everybody thinks like that, but females are more into even tattoos and even in piercing. Piercing, you know that's totally a female thing. But yeah, usually boys also get that. But my response and my ratio is 70% female.
So more females want to get, body art, whatever kind it is.
Exactly.
Interesting. And what do they like to get made? Like butterflies and
mostly butterflies, very famous. It's very famous over here, and yeah. Few people, once anybody come with a very good concept that this they want to get and this is their concept, and tattoo artist, he knows the stories. There are so many books written, and might be after 1-2 years if I'll be able to share stories and kind of things, because you learn a lot from people.
I can imagine.
You can learn throughout your life. So yeah, there are a lot of stories, interesting stories you get every day.
And in fact, tattoo itself, as you say, is a story. So naturally what they want to get done on their body, and it's going to be permanent, it has to have a life story behind it, and you would get to know as well. So you must meet a lot of interesting, daring people, I'm sure.
I do.
Because courage is also one thing, it's something permanent, because I have been thinking for forever to get one done, not so far. What's the weirdest place on the body that you have tattooed so far?
Weirdest
if it's
place,
kosher and we can mention on TV.
Oh, it's okay, but for me, if there's any place, any kind of place, for me that's just a part of skin.
No, yeah, of course, you're a professional.
Yeah, so I can't say there's any kind of weird place I have to do a tattoo or something. I never felt that kind of thing, because wherever I do, that's just a part of skin. So it's just like the same for me.
But people like it to be more obvious, कि बिल्कुल इधर हो तो नजर आ रहा हो या फिर इधर हो.
That depends upon their concept. That mostly people come, they want to show off, they want to expose, they're getting it for fashion kind of thing. So yeah, they get somewhere on their shoulder, on their arm or somewhere else. But if somebody is coming up with their personal concept, and I ask them that, is it you want to show, or is it you want to keep to yourself? So there are different places.
Lovely, very nice. Okay, you know, there are many websites. Again, I've seen a lot of designs, and there are different kind of names as well, as you said, tribal design and Celtic design as well.
Exactly. Celtic designs.
Celtic, okay.
There are
Celtic
so many
design
designs.
as well.
Yeah.
So people bring in their own designs. You obviously, you know, if I could just ask you,
Sure.
do you charge by the inch of it or the size of it? How would you charge?
Yeah, there are basically two procedures in the whole world. Either tattoo artists charge according to the time or according to the size. I charge according to the size.
Okay.
Because over here, everybody have a different skin, different texture of skin. Whenever I used to tell this thing to a female, she really get annoyed. That if I say your skin is bit hard, so she said, no, I'm really sensitive. But that doesn't depend upon your upper layer, it depends upon your dermis layer. So it varies from person to person.
Okay, interesting. This, by the way, question came to me in my ear through my producer, because everybody is so interested. I think everybody has this hidden desire to get a tattoo done. Now, I've read about these 3D tattoos. What's that?
3D tattoo is basically, it's nothing different. It's basically combined with shading, and it gives a 3D kind of look.
Okay.
If let me give you an example. If I make a butterfly, if I make a Scorpio, anything, and I just give shading, I have to give it to myself, according to my thinking and stuff. So I have to give the proper shading, so it will look real. It will look that as it's coming out of the body. That's called a 3D tattoo.
So these tattoos, like, you obviously have the one which is black.
It's a 2D tattoo. It's a plain tattoo.
So the 3D one would have colors like red as well.
It may have colors, or it's just black and white. You can see in the slideshow as well. There's a 3D tattoo as well in that. So it only depends upon shading, and it varies from this technique. Have so many things, so many improvisations. You learn as long as you're doing it. You're improvising things, you learn every new thing.
Right. Okay. I've seen a lot, you know, Angelina Jolie is like a whole body art form going on her body.
Okay.
Some of them are really thin, and it's very delicate. I guess you have to be really a good artist, you know, to get something done which is very thin as well. So you do that too?
Exactly, I do every kind of things, and I was shocked. I used to see the shows, reality shows, which are over there, as I've mentioned, Miami Ink and stuff. They usually used to get so many big tattoos, and over here people have issues with the price and expense and things. So there are so many people who come to me having very, very small tattoos, and even those kind of things that they don't want it to expose to their parents or something like that. So, and one more thing, let me add over here, there are different needles for it. Okay. So for the thin one, we have a needle which is combined with 3 needles. That's the smallest one. And we have different needles like 7R, 8R, 19R. That depends upon shading, it varies, and according to size, design, and whatever you want to do.
So Zohaib, you have to obviously import all this stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to get it from the right place. Now, what if somebody, you know, comes to you after a while, maybe 5 years or whatever, and they say, you know, I have this, now I need to change it?
Yeah, it's really interesting. Usually now, the other tattoo artists, mostly they don't do tattoo on a tattoo. They wanted to create some art. Well, I don't find it good, because in Pakistan I'm doing it for different purposes as well. Girls are coming to me, they have birthmarks, they have some kind of, you know, naturally happened accident or something, scars, I need to cover that. You ask me which was the weirdest place. I don't say any place was weird, but it's a bit difficult when the skin is damaged. And mostly tattoo artists in abroad, they don't do these kind of things. So over here I have no issue. I have to improvise it, because I don't remove tattoos, but I improvise it. I make some other design, and there are a lot of things. There's one very, very interesting story. There was a guy who got married, then he got divorced, and he got his wife named on his chest. Now he was getting married again, and he wanted to change the name. Oh God, okay. And that was a bit task for me, but Alhamdulillah, it went fine.
So you went like you made something.
Yeah, but he gave me so many hugs, and now what I feel, it's totally about passion. My price is not the money. Once I see the satisfaction on a customer face, the smile, that's my price.
Lovely. Wow, what an art. I could go on about this, but I think we'll have to close it there. But I'm going to, with Zohaib's permission, I'm going to put up the address and everything on our TMS page on Facebook as well. So, you know, even if you don't, you know, go get it done, but you can go and at least, it's a new art form. You can at least, you know, have a consultation, see whether you really would like to get something done. But you have to have a lot of courage as well to do it, because it is very permanent. Think hard and long before you decide to get done whatever you want. Thank you very much, Zohaib, for coming here and talking about it. This has been really interesting, very different than what we usually do here. And you know what, I'm going to say here that I wish our producer, who's on leave actually these days, Tez, he was here, because our producer also has a very interesting tattoo on his arm. We would have shown you that a member of TMS family has a tattoo as well. Yeah. Okay, taking a very short break, we'll be right back. Hello, welcome back. Now that was interesting. See, I promised you guys this would be good for you, and I hope that it was. Quickly, I've been told that we have absolutely no time as usual. We run out of time. Quotation for you guys. And let me already tell you, this has been sent to us by Malik Nawaz. Actually, he posted it on our TMS page. Fanatic is one who can't change his mind and won't change the subject. This was said by Sir Winston Churchill, and I couldn't agree more. Absolutely true, and I'm sure that we have all come across some, fanatics in our lifetime as well. Let's move on to the word of the day. Yeah, word of the day now, and this word is very usable as well, and I have a very perfect example for you as well. So let's roll drums here, and the word of the day is rappin'. Rappin' is the word of the day, and rappin' means, what does it mean? The act of plundering, the seizing and carrying away of another's property by force. See, something that we must learn here in Pakistan. And I have an example, and this example is from Niccolo Machiavelli's, his book, The Prince. And he says, he who has once begun to live by rapine always finds reasons for taking what is not his. How true is that? Yeah. Oh well. Okay, quickly now before we leave, once again, we are not announcing the gifts. We are going to say once again that we are giving away these clutch bags by Ahan, made by Pakistani craftsmen, and these bangles as well. We have put up on our Facebook page as well. A lot of you guys have written to us, wanting to be participate in our lucky draw, which we will do sometime next week. I don't know when. Maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday. But don't forget that you have to send in your name and your address on our email address, tms@expressnews.tv. All these details are on our Facebook page, and these could be yours. They're really nice, and by the way, the price tag is there. They're really expensive as well, so you might want to win these. We are going to catch you Monday, inshallah, same time, same place. Have a great weekend, and seize the day.